Could end tomorrow with funding through September, as Fox's Jill Nader reports for all but one controversial agency.
House Democrats say they won't commit to voting for a funding package agreed to by the president and Senate Democrats. That package would only fund DHS for 2 weeks. Time to negotiate ICE reforms Democrats are demanding. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries on ABC's This Week.
Body cameras should be mandatory. Masks should come off.
Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox News Sunday there may be enough votes among Republicans to pass it on Tuesday without the Democrats.
We have to allow ICE to do its job. We have to allow Border Patrol to do its job, and we're going to make sure they have the funding to do that.
Democrats will have another House vote. Christian Menifee won a special election in Texas to replace the late Sylvester Turner. His swearing in expected today, and it shrinks the Republican majority to 218 to 214. Tension remains high between the U.S. and Iran.
Iran's supreme leader spoke directly about President Trump on Sunday, saying this.
This gentleman keeps claiming that we have brought warships and done this or that. I think you shouldn't scare the Iranian nation with such things, as it won't be affected by such remarks.
The United States and Israel are bracing for the possibility of another large war. Still, the idea of diplomacy appears to be on the table.
That's Fox's Trey Yings. They honored music's best last night on CBS.
And the Grammy goes to Bad Bunny, debut today.
And then Bad Bunny is in his acceptance called for ICE out, referencing the Minnesota immigration enforcement controversy. Other artists did too, like Billie Eilish, who won Song of the Year. Kendrick Lamar won Record of the Year. President Trump reacted on Truth Social, calling the Grammy Awards the worst, virtually unwatchable. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The search for a missing girl has now shifted to a recovery effort. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 18 degrees. We're going up to 30 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A teenage girl from Fishers named Haley Busby, who went missing nearly a month ago, is now presumed dead.
But that doesn't mean the search for Busby's body is done. I'm John Herrick.
Investigators from all agencies involved continue to search for Haley.
That's Fishers Police Chief Ed Gebhardt in a Sunday news conference.
Because of evidence obtained and the statements made by the suspect, the investigation is now moved to recovery efforts.
Gebhardt says their suspect is a man from Ohio named Tyler Thomas. They believe Thomas first started talking with Busby while gaming online with her. Thomas was arrested this past weekend in Ohio. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Early this morning, 3 men were shot in 2 separate shootings in northwest Indianapolis. The shootings happened right after 1 o'clock. Someone opened fire at a home near West 30th and Georgetown Road, injuring a man. About a half hour later, 2 more men were hit at a home nearby near West 36 and North Allison Avenue after someone fired from outside to inside the home. There's no word on arrests in these cases. A water main break Sunday night in Speedway has led to a boil water advisory. The breaks near North Auburn Street and West 21st in the old MCL cafeteria area caused some floodings. Repairs are underway, and some homes may have low water to no water. Tap water should be boiled before drinking, cooking, or brushing teeth. The advisory will stay put until repairs and testing are complete. Indiana is starting to warm up a little bit after sub-zero temperatures, with gradual temperature increases beginning today.
We're looking at the potential of seeing 30s for a couple of days this week, Monday, Tuesday, right around 30 Indianapolis area, a little bit warmer to the south.
That's Andrew White at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis, and we'll have more weather in a couple of minutes with Wish TV. And Indiana Pacers forward Pascal Siakam earned his 4th career All-Star nod, and 2nd in a row, named Sunday as one of the 7 Eastern Conference reserves. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together on this Monday morning. Next, it's 6:04.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 3/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Ice has been reported on I-65 south of Lafayette Road. That's on the Georgetown Road Bridge. A good reminder to watch our bridges and ramps, those things with the air underneath them. Yeah, that causes patches of ice. So we have it there. We have it downtown 6570, reportedly at Washington Street. So please take caution with that. Right now, westbound 70 looking good from downtown out to Indianapolis International Airport. No problems there. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com with over 100 online casino-style games. Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. Plus, no purchase necessary. VGW Group void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions 21 plus. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning on this Monday. Keep an eye on a little bit of light snow this morning. Isn't much, but we're cold enough that anything that falls could make for a few spotty slick spots. Be aware that this morning, any snow chances would move out by around lunchtime. We remain cloudy, and today will be the warmest in about a week and a half. We'll finish with a high of around 30 this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, a low of 20. We have another round of snow, a little more impactful tomorrow morning. Might get around an inch or two, especially south and east of Indianapolis. Otherwise, we're cloudy, a high of 30. Wednesday, partly cloudy, colder, a high of 23. Thursday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny with highs into the upper 20s.
And when do we get out of freezing? When do we see something called 33 degrees?
Friday is our next best chance. I've got a high of 34, so it's still pretty iffy. And if we don't get it then, we probably won't see another chance to get above freezing until sometime next week. So not great. It's better than last week, but still pretty chilly.
All right. That's the way you're going to be about it.
Trying to be optimistic here.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're trying. We don't pay for trying. People will not pay you for what you say you'll do. They'll pay you for what you do. Just a little bit of Zen advice for you that you might want to bring the better.
I'm writing all these things down, Tony.
You should. Right? And then there's the ever popular, he who comes fourth cannot be fifth. That's always a classic.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
That one. Take that one with you.
I like that.
No problem.
Good stuff.
No problem. Whatsoever.
If you're not first,
Marcus
you're
Bailey.
last.
Nope, I got to run. I have no time for this. Marcus Bailey. Good man. Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you so very much. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, but it is chilly. Indeed. Right now, we've got ourselves 18 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:08. It's always upsetting to learn that Eli Lilly is spending $3.5 billion in Pennsylvania. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. They are going to be engaged in manufacturing there. That's where they're going to be making some of their weight loss drugs. There's a new one that's outperforming Zepbound, which is kind of hard to believe. I just want more built right here. And then again, I want Eli Lilly to take more of a focus in what's going on in Indianapolis proper and saying, hey, we should be better than this. I'm waiting for any civic leader, any business leader to look at Indianapolis and say, hey, we should be better than this. We should be the capital of the Midwest. And right now, we're just a mess. Oh, there's Tony again, just complaining about Indy when he lives in Carmel. It is amongst the dopiest arguments ever made. Did I say hello, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC? Good morning. I went to a conference in Florida, caught a cold. See, it's not like I can even come back and say, oh, it was warm and terrific. It wasn't warm, and I got a cold. So you win this round, everybody. I don't know if anybody wins if somebody gets a cold, but I'm just saying there is no gloat here. I want to see Dave Ricks being more focused on Indianapolis, not only as a place to want his people to be, but as a place that's better. Your headquarters is here. Say something, because it's not better. Everybody wants it better. I talk about what's going on in Lake County. I talk about what's going on with the possible Bear Stadium. I want it to be better. Oh, he lives in Carmel. He has no right to talk about Indianapolis. Amongst the dopiest, most ridiculous, pathetic, low-class, low-minded comments that are out there, that one ranks near the top. I would have liked to see the $3.5 billion in Indiana. I get it. You can't have everything in the same place. I'd still like to see the $3.5 billion in the state of Indiana. And speaking of Indiana, there was a story over at the IBJ. No, take that back. It was News Nation. About Department of Child Services. And one of their people was charged with multiple felonies following an investigation by the Office of the Inspector General. This woman was employed by DCS, Department of Child Services, from 2023 until 2025, where 4 records were falsified, including never actually doing any site visits, no visits to see the child, no checking up. Now, this goes along with another story that I have been told about regarding when doctors don't like if parents are asking too many questions about the health of their children, DCS is called. So Governor Braun, now this may have already started, and I may not be aware of it. That's always possible. This is amongst the many, many things that has to be worked on. A DCS that doesn't actually do its job, a DCS where it engages in ways that prevent parents from actually being parents. If we're going to say that there are kids out there who need our help, I'll agree with that. But we have to be, to the best of our ability, capable of handling those things. This is really jarring stuff. Not actually doing the site visits and then claiming you did them. You should spend a lot of time in jail for that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Indiana's radiopharmaceutical industry is growing again at 632. Brought to you by IBJ's Excellence in Healthcare, February 10th, and Hunger and Health, sponsored by Gleaners, February 12th. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
Laura McNally, Director of Outreach for Cultivate Food Rescue, appreciates Applied Innovation's approach to her nonprofit.
Applied Innovation has been a great partner in helping us find the best resource available for our budget.
You refer to Applied Innovation as a partner, not just a vendor.
Because they aren't just trying to sell us something. They're really trying to understand what our needs are, and they appreciate that we're a nonprofit and are doing good in the community, and they want to help accentuate that, not just take our money and move on. It's not just about a sale.
Applied Innovation's culture has always supported nonprofits.
They really do support nonprofits. They allow their employees on the clock to come and volunteer. If it's not with Cultivate, they can choose their own organizations to volunteer with.
Nonprofit or for-profit, Applied Innovation has office technology from a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation. Fast, friendly, amazing.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Tony, looking at the east side and northbound 465 breakdown on the exit to Pendleton Pike, and that ramp is open, is partially blocked right now. We have ice reported around the metro, like I-70 near Post Road, also I-65 south of Lafayette Road over the Georgetown Road Bridge. Please watch out for those bridges and ramps today. They could be slick. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's cold out, but Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is heating things up with hot deals. Visit Great Lakes Honda of Fishers and fall in love with a new vehicle. Shop online at GreatLakesHondaOfFishers.com and come in for a test drive. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
18 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaimed their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to QCkinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Jeff Saturday for Indiana Unclaimed.
Listen up. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Indiana Unclaimed might have found some of your money. And if you're like me, you had no idea. But I went and checked for my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Look, I found a Hall of Fame quarterback on that list and the foundation of a former punter. The state of Indiana is reuniting folks with $1 million per week. Your name may be on that list too. Go find it at IndianaUnclaimed.gov.
Guys and ladies, you made New Year's resolutions to get back in shape. Want real results in 2026?
Go to Centergen X and Low T Center for a free men's TRT test and $200 off the women's hormone test. GetMyHealthFix.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
We decided to have a special election on a Saturday. That's got to be a recipe for disaster, no? It was in Texas. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be here. It's not your radio. It's a cold. And life goes on. Democrat in the state Senate defeating the Republican. This is the first win by a Democrat in that seat since 1992 in Texas. If you are not mobilizing the Get Out the Vote effort, you're going to lose. If you think that Trump's coattails will take you to victory, you're going to lose. If you don't think that the left is activated and trying, you're going to lose. Republicans haven't figured out that they're going to lose. If they don't take action. Now, some will tell you, Tony, all politics are local, and there was a story regarding this district in Texas and the very terrible job that the Republican was doing and the very bad efforts they put into this race, as opposed to Republicans across the board when we get to the midterms in November, which has a much larger focus. Maybe. But in the meantime, you allow a story to exist and you allow a narrative to build. Now, I'm going to be discussing this February 28th. Trump 1 year and 1 month later. Of course, we had to delay because of the weather. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. We've reopened the VIP. I want you there because it's stunning how much has shifted and changed, and we are on it. What is it going to take to win the midterms? Exactly what does this first year and a month mean to going into these midterm elections, and where is the part that you play? I have got it all, and the bourbon, and the food, and the music. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I want to see you there. Thanks to Premier Arms and PA Jewelers. Thanks to Chimney Solutions Indiana. Thanks to Defiance Beef. Some great people sponsoring the event. Come join us. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I'm telling you, we're going to break all this down. And we have people like Speaker Mike Johnson saying, I'm not worried about anything.
And still more yet to do.
Is there any area where you do disagree with President Trump? Is there one place that you can point to?
Yes, but as I just said, we do this privately and not publicly. I'm going to support my president. Our party is leading. We are governing. We have closed the border. We've gotten the economy going again. We're fulfilling our promises. And that's why we're going to win the midterm election, by the way, and keep this going.
Okay, you take me to my next question. In fact,
we don't have to listen to the next question. We're going to win the midterms. Well, as I said, there is a path. There is a very, very clear path to it based on some of the things that the speaker is talking about. And I'm going to go over on February 28th. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets right now. But you can't deny the value of the knock on the door, the yard sign, and most importantly, connecting in local races on local issues. The idea that this is all going to be top down, not it. Not it. When we talk about winning, when I think anybody who is worth their salt talks about winning, you have to accept the fact that winning on the local level is different than winning on a state level, that's different than winning on a federal level. How you approach it is different. The subject matter differs. Tony, are you saying that you have to deliver different messages? I'm saying that you have to recognize that the person on the local level might see you differently than they see the person on the federal level. And they may vote on the larger scale issues on the federal level. Locally, me, I'm so disgusted with my school board right now. You may be very well with yours. They are so ridiculously, radically left in my view. Shamefully. And they know who they are. I saw one of them at an event. There was no hello. I would talk, but I would be very direct. It's just bad stuff. If we're still in the place where we're supporting trans kids, that's just abuse. You're not worthy of my school board. If you're okay with walkouts, which now is it Noblesville? Are they walking out today to show their disgust with ICE, and schools are allowing this? I like the principal of Carmel High School. He was wrong. I want to know why it was allowed to happen. Why education was disrupted. Who's in charge? Where was the school board to say we don't allow this? Even if the kids feel passionately, they're children, and they don't get a say on whether or not they go to school that day or not. And now they're going to do it in Noblesville? So these subjects matter greatly. Now, the guy running for, or the woman running for Congress can have a position on this, but I'm more interested in their position as well on whether or not we're moving to remove illegal immigrants, which pay no attention to the Grammys. People are here illegally. Who cares what Billie Eilish says? And focusing on, I don't know, the thwarting of China. I'm not asking my local school board or my state rep about federal prescription drug prices. I'm asking about how we handle things here. That's the argument. And Republicans are not good at this. Democrats are better at this. You cannot continue to say, well, we're working on it. No. Every race, everywhere, has to be run in the efforts to get victory. And if you're not doing that, you're not doing it. How many more ways do we need to see this? And on the lighter note, in New York, they don't want to see Newsmax in taxi cabs. Now, I do a bunch of work with Newsmax. They've been lovely to me. But I guess you get into a cab and there's like a little TV, little video screen in the cab, and sometimes Newsmax plays on them. And now they want to either create legislation or pull a deal that says Newsmax isn't allowed in cabs. I'm assuming CNN and MS Now will be fine. Then again, have you been hearing the stories out of New York that when the storms came, the trash stopped getting collected, the roads weren't plowed, everything's a disaster? Communists can't run a city. And the only people who don't know this are Jesse Brown and the rest of the absolutely murderous, based on their history, not necessarily the people, communists. No, I'm not calling Jesse Brown any names. I'm saying that when you're a communist, you come from a long history of people who did a whole bunch of killing. All of a sudden, they're evolved. Sure. They can't collect trash. They can't plow a street. You vote for communists, this is what you're going to get. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Coming in from Hendricks County, eastbound 70 slows at State Road 39. South side, northbound 65 slow from Raymond Street up to the south split. That's a construction zone. And a stall on the exit ramp. This is Lawrence, northbound 465 exiting to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel Show, back at it on a Monday. We'll recap the weekend, have the biggest stories, and Monday Gun Day with Guy Relford.
February is the month of love, so maybe it's time to show your carpet a little attention. Your carpet is the biggest air filter in your home, and if it hasn't been professionally cleaned, you're breathing dirt, dust, and winter buildup every single day. That's why I call Zero Res. No soaps, no residue, just a deeper clean that keeps your home fresher longer. Right now, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. Book online at zeroresindy.com. Ask for the WIBC special.
Groceries, gas, just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers, and families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Get the Dugan Air Premium Service Tune-Up for just $57. The Dugan Air experts won't just inspect, they will fine-tune your furnace to perfection with a detailed 27-point safety check. Plus, Dugan Air's no-breakdown guarantee means you'll bask in comfort all winter long without worry. In Johnson County and South Central Indiana, experience the Dugan difference. Dugan Air is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer. Go DuganAir.com.
Premium service, no shenanigans. Life's full of unexpected joys, like problems with water. That's why there's Michaelis, a crew of 24/7 experts who are rescue ready, day or night, one phone call, for a gazillion disasters. Over 3 decades of restoring your home or business to better than new condition. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Call 844-FIX-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It is the worst possible outcome for people who loved her. Your radar is clear right now. 18 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 30 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Friends and family of Haley Busby and Fishers were devastated last night to hear that she's likely dead. She was reported missing in early January.
And we will stay committed to supporting her family through this tragic time. Haley attended HSE High School, and we are working with the district to provide extra support for students that will be impacted by this devastating news.
In a Sunday news conference, Fishers Police Chief Ed Gephardt says they have strong evidence to show that she was likely picked up by a man named Tyler Thomas from Ohio shortly after they started gaming online together. He was arrested this weekend. The federal government is in a partial shutdown, but House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's optimistic it could be resolved by tomorrow. He added he believes he has enough Republican votes to move the process forward. The Senate approved a funding plan on Friday. The House is now considering it. Federal prosecutors say they don't expect any additional charges in the Jeffrey Epstein case. After looking at newly released files, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche told CNN that the Justice Department examined the material in July and didn't find anything that would support any new prosecutions. President Trump said in a Truth Social post this morning that he plans to sue Grammy host Trevor Noah.
President Trump threatened the legal action following a joke that Noah made during the ceremony linking Trump to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Noah, referencing Greenland, joked that the president was looking for a new island to hang out with Bill Clinton now that Epstein Island is gone. The president denied ever visiting Epstein's Caribbean island, calling the claim false and defamatory, and branding Noah a, quote, talentless loser.
And that's Fox's Ted Linder reporting. And pop star Billie Eilish made her Song of the Year acceptance speech about politics last night at the Grammys.
Yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And
she's talking about ICE in his acceptance speech. Puerto Rican pop star Bad Bunny, who will perform at halftime of the Super Bowl, said, "Before I say thanks to God, I'm going to say ICE out." I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Nuclear medicine is a multi-billion-dollar industry and growing, and Indiana is already a global leader. The state is home to more than a dozen nuclear medicine radiopharmaceutical companies. One of them, Indianapolis-based Spectron RX, has grown from 6 employees in 2019 to more than 250 and has just completed a major expansion at its operation at Grissom Air Reserve Base in Bunker Hill. John Zahner is Spectron's CEO.
The growth has been tremendous. There's been prostate therapy in our space that's really taken off. You're seeing it advertised on the Super Bowl. So it's pretty amazing. I think it's just really good medicine, and we're just seeing a lot of investment, a lot of big pharma.
Eli Lilly and Company on Friday announced plans for the 4th of 4 major new manufacturing plants in the U.S. Lilly says it will invest more than $3.5 billion on a new injectable medicine and device manufacturing plant in Fogelsville, Pennsylvania, and create 850 jobs. It is part of the drug maker's commitment to invest $27 billion in a reshoring investment unveiled early last year. Trine University has received a $200,000 planning grant from Lilly Endowment to help guide the integration of artificial intelligence into its academic programs. Trine says the funding will support work by Trine's AI task force as it collaborates with academic schools to develop a roadmap for AI use. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Serving Indiana means being ready for growing energy demands. At Duke Energy, we're adding more power to the grid and working on hundreds of local projects to make your energy more reliable. We've strengthened nearly 20,000 poles, updated more than 270 substations, and prevented hundreds of thousands of outage hours with self-healing grid technology, so your power can come back on faster than ever. That's the smarter energy future Indiana deserves. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Indianapolis public relations and communications firm Cease Gehrig has added a well-known public affairs and government relations executive to its team. Bill Steffen is joining Cease Gehrig as senior consultant. Steffen has held numerous high-profile roles, including as vice president at Indiana University. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, check it out. Hendricks County, eastbound 70 stop-and-go traffic at State Road 39. Ice reported in places like I-65 south of Lafayette Road. That's on the Georgetown Road Bridge. Be careful of those bridges and ramps here today. Northbound 65 slows Raymond into the south split because of construction. And traffic lights flashing red, 96 at Zionsville Road. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Garden Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves, 20 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. And Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. 12th-ranked Purdue ended a 3-game losing streak with a 93-63 win against Maryland yesterday. The Boilers shot well, led by senior guard Fletcher Lawyer, who scored 29 points for head coach Matt Painter.
When you shoot well, it helps you in other areas of the game. Now you got to be able to grind it when the ball doesn't go in, and we just got to be better in that area. Have to be able to kind of push through, some tough stretches.
Purdue was ranked 4th before dropping 3 straight games to UCLA, Illinois, and Indiana. The Boilers play Oregon Saturday. IU is hot. They look for their 4th straight win against USC tomorrow night in LA. The Hoosiers beat UCLA in double overtime on Saturday. And the Indiana Pacers back at home tonight against the Houston Rockets. Forward Pascal Siakam is on the All-Star team. He was named one of 7 Eastern Conference reserves on Sunday. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through 8th.
Shop over 200 exhibitors.
Tickets are only $7.
SuburbanIndyShows.com.
Are you still thinking about what to get her this Valentine's Day? Make that moment last forever and surprise her with a gift from Pierce Jewelers. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
February is the month of love, so maybe it's time to show your carpet a little attention. Your carpet is the biggest air filter in your home, and if it hasn't been professionally cleaned, you're breathing dirt, dust, and winter buildup every single day. That's why I call Zero Res. No soaps, no residue, just a deeper clean that keeps your home fresher longer. Right now, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. Book online at zeroresindy.com. Ask for the WIBC special.
Still dealing with ice in places all across the country, Tennessee being one of those places that just got ripped asunder. And I was in Florida for a few days for a conference. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. And 50s. And then, the first day and a half, there was some good sun, and there were people out on the beach and doing the whole thing. And then Saturday was just brutal and windy, and it felt like hurricane, kind of like tropical storm wind weather. It was really something. We're just cold and awful, absolutely awful. That's how I got the cold myself. This weather has been a massive, massive pain. And because there's been this focus on the weather, which one can understand, there hasn't been a focus on some other stories. And I was very appreciative that Aaron Wren, who is, I don't even know how you would describe him. I don't know. He's not an author necessarily. He's an observer, and he's here in Indiana. I've never met the guy, but I think he does some really interesting work in just taking a look at things honestly and directly. What is it that we're seeing? What is it that's happening all around us? And he put out on X, something that we've discussed. And what he wrote was that TPS, temporary protected status, is one of the many immigration scams. Temporary protected status granted in 2010 due to an earthquake, and 16 years later, people are still here and arguing they can never be told to leave. TPS is treated as a way to just hand out permanent residency. And it's his commentary on an article from the New York Times. And the Times article reads, Haitians are vital to U.S. healthcare. Many are about to lose their right to work. When Trump was saying they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, and everything was coming up about Haitian migrants and Springfield, Ohio, myself and Fingers Malloy, who I do the Cigar and Bourbon Show with, we drove out to Springfield, Ohio. It doesn't make me an expert on Springfield, Ohio. But we talked to people. We had lunch and we talked to people. We drove around and we talked to people. We were on the streets and we talked to people. Some people did interviews and some people just talked to us, and it was fine. And what we learned was, well, they're not eating dogs. They're not eating cats. They're absolutely eating geese. 1,000%. Yes, they don't know how to drive and they're driving, and it is a massive problem. And oh, absolutely, the rents and home prices have gone out of control because there's government funding for housing. So instead of having a family of four, let's say $1,500 a month, that family gets kicked out, and now landlords have 17 people in there, and they're making $500 or $800 or $1,000 from each person because it's being paid for by the government. You see the math. And we discussed what an issue this was, but we really were most struck by how people would say, oh, in the factories, they just love these Haitian immigrants. Oh, my gosh, they're so great. They work so hard. And we asked the question right here whether or not TPS, temporary protected status, was temporary protected status anything more than just a jobs program. And we came to the conclusion that, yes, that's what it was. That's its purpose. It's an end around of the law to be able to create opportunities for businesses instead of the American people. And I said, that's wrong. That's the argument that Aaron Wren is making right here, discussing what it is that's being reported in the New York Times. You can take a look at the Times piece. I'm happy to see others engaged in this. That temporary protected status was nothing more than an end around of the law. And it should, in the vast majority of cases, be removed today. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
Yeah, Tony, check it out. Hendricks County, eastbound 70 stop-and-go traffic for about 3/4 of a mile. This is coming out of State Road 39. South side, northbound 65 slow from Raymond Street into the South Split. And ICE reported in parts like I-65-70 downtown near Washington Street. Watch those bridges and ramps today. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Garden Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
16 degrees. Is it 16 degrees? No, it's 21 degrees. I don't know. In the American Standard Heating Weather Center, 21 degrees. The time is 6:46.
What say we start that new year with a new car at Tom Roush Lincoln? Hurry in for the 8-9-10 deal. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? The 8-9-10 deal right now at Tom Roush Lincoln. Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
You've put in the years. Your experience should be respected and paid for. WIBC is hiring experienced commercial kitchen and refrigeration technicians. At WIBC, you'll find top pay, steady work, and real work-life balance, plus paid holidays, paid vacation, paid travel time, and paid training. If you're ready for a company that values your expertise and your time, this is your opportunity. Call 317-873-2512 or visit VASEY.com, VASEY.com. Win tickets to see Troop Vertigo, Cirque Magic with the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra this Friday and Saturday. Experience breathtaking acrobatics, stunning choreography, and music from Wicked, Harry Potter, and more. More details on WIBC.com.
Monday. Well, there you have it. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow. That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
Well, it turns out the president's going to sue the living daylights out of you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Lot of dump on the Epstein files. I want more. I want it all. Who was connected? People are now losing their jobs and everything else. Listen, because you're listed in the Epstein files doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Jeffrey Epstein, the quote-unquote financier, Jeffrey Epstein, the lowlife, Jeffrey Epstein, the child molester. He ran in all these circles, and he dealt with Democrats and Republicans alike. because you took your photo with him doesn't make you guilty. I don't care if George Stephanopoulos is not necessarily guilty. Donald Trump is on record. I saw some of the stuff he did. I threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. There are people who did this, and there are people who said, hey, how can I get some more cash? Hey, are you having one of your fancy parties like he's Stewie having his sexy parties? And that happens. And those are the people we have to deal with. You may not like somebody, but just because they have their picture with Epstein doesn't mean they did anything wrong. In this situation, everybody who is on the left wants to scream about Trump. This is what happens on my social media feed a lot. Trump is pedophile, not true. You are protecting a pedophile, not true. I said, if you show me evidence of Trump engaged with underage girls there with Epstein or anywhere else, I want him in cuffs. I'm easy enough, but you haven't shown it. And that's the point. They don't care about data. The people who hate Trump only hate Trump, so I pay no attention to them. They're unserious people. I don't want them at my kitchen table. I don't want them in having any victories when it comes to votes. I don't want any association with somebody who needs to lie to get their way, who can't overcome their own hatreds and their own prejudices to be rational and normal. Nope, too far gone. And I want no part of it. But Trevor Noah said that Trump was hanging out on the island. Now he brings up Bill Clinton too. Right? Oh, I hit both sides equally. And Trump's like, I'm going to sue. Trump is also suing the IRS for $10 billion. I don't know how you do that when you're president, when you get to pick who runs the IRS. And who is that right now? That's Scott Bessent. He's the acting director of the IRS. Or would that be commissioner of the IRS? So you've got this guy, Charles Littlejohn, who's serving a 5-year prison sentence, pled guilty to a felony for leaking Trump's tax returns to news outlets. I favor being able to get some kind of recompense when that happens. Leaking tax returns should be a crime that is dealt with severely. Now, I believe that the crime is so severe that it proves that we shouldn't have an IRS and we shouldn't have tax returns and there should be no federal income tax and we should be done with it all. Look, I'm just trying to find a way. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to find a way to get done with the madness regarding the income tax. But I just don't know how the president sitting in the Oval can engage this lawsuit. I think there's got to come a moment of how are they supposed to rule against you? Right? They work for you. It creates a massive issue, and we can't deny it, so let's not. I have no idea how President Trump thinks he's going to somehow and in some way get paid from this. But the larger scale conversation is, this is what's happening. This is what we're dealing with all over the place, where these people don't act in America's best interest. They act in their own best interest. They put their party above all things, their ideology above all things, and engage in a way that simply should not be accepted. Leaking someone's tax return should be met with severe penalties. I wouldn't let this person out of jail. 5 years isn't enough. Now, this really could get us into a conversation of parties and the fear that the founding fathers had of political parties. I mean, this was huge in their minds. It was huge in the mind of John Adams in every way. Political parties and people engaged in that and not in the work at hand. And we can point to every side and all sides. I am less concerned about party than I am concerned about adherence to party. Right? I don't mind if you're like, well, I believe in these concepts, and there's these group of people that believe in these concepts, and so I'm with those people, right? I'd be like a club or anything else. But when I believe in this group of people more than I believe in the laws of the land, that's an ugly scene, and that's a lot of what we're seeing. Yeah, I don't see how Trump's going to get the money. But, Trevor Noah? We can sue the crap out of him. Hope you get the money. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Still on the exit ramp northbound 65 296. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Time now for the Retirement Report with Casey Weed. Megan Mozak here with financial advisor Casey Weed, founder and CEO of Howard Bailey Financial. The big question for many of our listeners, Casey, as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? How do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Well, Megan, there are many risks to your money, like market risk, healthcare costs, and taxes in retirement. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount you actually saved for retirement. An analysis of your situation can help you get clarity today. If you're worried if you'll be okay in retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I talk about a retirement plan, but we have a great resource to help our listeners today. We call it the Retire with Purpose Toolkit, and you can get it when you call or text KIT to 888-494-5004. My team helped put this together just for you, and it's complimentary. The center of it is a copy of my latest book, Job Optional. It has chapters on everything from investments to Social Security to income planning. We also include guides on other big topics like long-term care and strategies for helping reduce your taxes. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, just call or text KIT to 888-494-5004. That's 888-494-5004.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit today. Like Casey said, just text KIT to 888-494-5004. The team at Howard Bailey Financial will get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit to you right away. So just call or text KIT to 888-494-5004.
Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. This is prepared for informational purposes only. It does not address specific investment objectives or the financial situation. Firm does not provide tax services.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yep.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again? Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
Serving Indiana means being ready for growing energy demands. At Duke Energy, we're adding more power to the grid and working on hundreds of local projects to make your energy more reliable. We've strengthened nearly 20,000 poles, updated more than 270 substations, and prevented hundreds of thousands of outage hours with self-healing grid technology, so your power can come back on faster than ever. That's the smarter energy future Indiana deserves. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what police in Fishers are saying about a reported missing girl, why police were called to an Indianapolis chicken restaurant yesterday, what airline recently opened a campus in Carmel, and what kids got to experience at the Children's Museum yesterday after Fox News. From the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
The government shutdown won't end today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, but House Speaker Mike Johnson hopes they can end it tomorrow, telling Fox News Sunday.
The bills that have already been passed, we're going to do it again. It's a formality at this point.
At issue, a Senate compromise that funds the government through September, except for Homeland Security, which would only get 2 weeks as Democrats demand immigration enforcement reform. Fox's Bill Malugin reports from the Capitol.
House Democrats say they will not help House Republicans use an expedited process to have a vote today on passing this package of government spending bills that were passed by the Senate last week. This expedited process is known as suspension, and that would have required Democratic votes. Instead, the House is going to have a complicated procedural vote later today known as a rule.
As Democrats demand ICE reform, Senator Chris Murphy he also tells Fox News Sunday.
In Texas, they're violating people's rights every single day. They're locking up hundreds and hundreds of children. They are traumatizing 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds for no reason.
Now, over the weekend, the federal judge ordered a 5-year-old boy and his father, controversially detained last month in Minnesota, to be released, and they were flown back home. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt tells Fox.
We've heard despicable rhetoric from people on the left comparing ICE to the Nazi Gestapo, Donald Trump's police force. That is egregious language that has led to the increase in violence, threats, and attacks.
And there was more anti-ICE commentary last night at the Grammys on CBS.
I'm going to say ICE out.
Bad Bunny said that after he won Album of the Year.
We're not savage. We're not animals. We're not aliens. We are humans.
Others wore ICE out buttons. Billie Eilish also spoke out. She won Song of the Year. Kendrick Lamar got the Grammy for Record of the Year. President Trump reacted on Truth Social, calling the Grammy Awards the worst, virtually unwatchable. And he ranted about the host Trevor Noah, threatening to sue him over a comment the president had been to Epstein Island. The Trump Post called that wrong, and the link to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein false and defamatory. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
They met online and it ended in murder. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis where it's 18 degrees. We're going up to 30 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. 17-year-old Haley Busby of Fishers was reported missing in early January. Now police believe she's dead. Here's John Herrick.
They believe a 39-year-old Ohio man named Tyler Thomas went to Busby's home after first talking to her when they were both online gaming. Fishers Police Chief Ed Gebhardt says all their evidence and technology pointed them towards Ohio.
The investigation confirmed Haley to be at the Thomas home in Columbus and at a short-term rental in Hocking County.
They haven't found Busby's body, but they think the evidence along with statements from Thomas indicate that she has died. FBI Special Agent in charge at the Indianapolis office, Tim O'Malley, says their work is not done.
The one ask I have for everyone is just be patient as this investigation continues.
Thomas was arrested in Ohio this past weekend on charges of pandering, obscenity, and tampering with evidence. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Someone fired gunshots at a chicken restaurant on Indianapolis's east side yesterday afternoon, but nobody was hit. The shooting happened at Jordan's Fish and Chicken along East 38th Street. The cops found a spent bullet right outside the restaurant, but they say there didn't appear to be any damage to the building. While you were sleeping, 3 men were being shot. 2 separate shootings happened just after 1 o'clock. The first inside a home along West 30th Street near Georgetown Road. About 30 minutes later, 2 more men hit by bullets at a home nearby West 36 and North Allison Avenue. Somebody fired from outside that home into it. No word on arrests in these cases. Republic Airways has opened its new $200 million corporate campus in Carmel.
We also do over 8,000 training events where we have our remote associates, our flight crews, our in-flight crews, maintenance professionals coming here to Carmel, Indiana to do their annual training, their new hire training, their upgrade training, and it's an adult learning center.
That's Republic Airways President Matt Koskell. He told Inside Indiana Business that the company, the nation's second largest regional airline, connects people through American, Delta, and United. He said the new headquarters reflects the airline's growth and future plans with about 1,300 flights a day. Children got a taste of just how exciting science and math can be and how exciting a fast break can be. Here's Jake McDaniel.
This past Saturday, Lilly presented the 7th annual Pacers STEM Fest at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. Pacers Sports and Entertainment CEO Mel Raines explains what the goal of the event was.
STEM Fest gives young people the chance to explore, experiment, and see how STEM connects to the world around them.
Hundreds of people took part in hands-on activities with various businesses and universities in Indiana. Those who went there also got tickets to see the Pacers take on the Utah Jazz Tuesday evening at Gainbridge. The game tips off at 7. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Purdue snapped a 3-game losing streak yesterday by beating Maryland by 30 points, 93-63. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. What's shaking, Matt Bear?
Good morning, Ryan. Check it out. Westbound 70 out of the north split crash. Going to northbound 65. The left lane is blocked and traffic is jammed through the north split. Not quite to Rural Street. There is a slowdown there, including northbound 65-70. That's locked up now from St. Clair up to the north split because of that crash. West side northbound 465 before Washington. A stall blocking the right lane. South side crash. Westbound 465 at Man Road. The right lane is blocked. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's cold out, but Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is heating things up with hot deals. Visit Great Lakes Honda of Fishers and fall in love with a new vehicle. Shop online at GreatLakesHondaFishers.com and come in for a test drive. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got some light snow showers across parts of eastern Indiana. We'll hang on to mostly cloudy conditions for the afternoon. We'll see highs today around 30. Later tonight, we'll hang out of that cloud cover and see temps fall to about 20. Going into Tuesday morning, we could see some snow showers early in the morning with some light accumulations. High temperatures on Tuesday near 30, and then colder on Wednesday. We'll start out at 8 in the morning with highs only near 23.
And do we ever get out of these freezing temperatures? Do we ever get a chance to just like say, hey, I don't need that coat today?
Not for the next week or so, at least.
You're the best.
I know, I'm over it.
You say that, but what are you doing to fix it?
Nothing.
Yeah. Great. I got a lot of people in my life doing nothing.
I know. Sorry.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask you what the weather's going to be for February 28th. Trump 1 year and 1 month later, featuring Tara Hastings, Hyatt Regency, downtown Indianapolis. Get your tickets at WIBC.com or tickets.TonyKatz.com. And VIP is back available. You will be there, right? We're still going to see you.
Oh, yeah. It's on my calendar. Let's go.
Well, if it's on the calendar, you know you'll have a Tara Hastings sighting.
Yes. I mean, if it's not on my calendar, I cannot guarantee that I will even remember. But if it's on the calendar, it's good to go. Very busy woman, you know.
Understood. Understood. You are a very busy woman. You are doing it all. You know, They say you can't have it all, and Tara Hastings said, hold my beer. And off she goes.
Right. And my bourbon.
It's, double fisting. Because she can have it all.
That's right.
That's right. Just that easy. Tara Hastings, tickets.TonyKatz.com. Come join me and Tara. That's February 28th, Hyatt Regency, downtown Indianapolis. Tara, thank you. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. We have got 21 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:08. You have a coaching carousel. We have the NBA heading to an all-star break, and it's not like the Pacers are looking forward to a big second half of the season run to make the playoffs, or Or are they? Because, no, they're not. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. JMV joins us, the voice of sports in Indiana on 93.5, 107.5, The Fan. LeBron James named an all-star reserve, as if I should care. But the real story here is your Indiana Pacers, last there in the Central with 13 wins and 36 losses. Talk to me about these last few games as you've seen it, and is this team doing anything worthy of note?
Well, here's something for you, too. By the way, brought to you by LD Smith Plumbing and Drains this morning, 317-927-7186. That's ldsmithplumbing.com. The thing of note this weekend, we found out yesterday, Tony, was Pascal Siakam. And I'd been somebody that was out in front of this for a while. This has been a disappointing season. You and I have described that here on previous Monday mornings. But Pascal Siakam has played each and every game as hard as you would expect and really well. And with that team record, normally you don't get the nod into an all-star game. And Pascal Siakam yesterday got an all-star nod. And I thought that was pretty cool considering the type of season his team is having. So you can look at that. He was deserving of that honor. That honor was bestowed on him, and that was fantastic. Now, for the team, coming off a win over Atlanta, Tony, over the weekend, too, kind of a shootout offensive performance. And tonight you get the Houston Rockets inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So in a forgettable season, one of the benchmarks of this forgettable gap year, if you will, Tony, was Pascal Siakam getting something that normally teams in those circumstances, individual players, don't get, and that is a nod to the All-Star game. It was nice to see.
You've used this expression a couple of times, a gap season, as if somehow everything snaps back just fine once Halliburton is fully recovered and rehabbed from the Achilles. You've got Obi Toppin that's out. What is the confidence level there of Tyrese is back, everybody else is going to remain, there's a good nucleus, everything will be fine?
I think, Tony, you would like to just see, because it's the personnel, you believe in him, especially Tyrese Halliburton, but you're absolutely right. And that's something we rarely discuss, is the fact that, especially around here, it is a rarity that things go as planned. IU was a surprise, and that win is planned for a national title, but rarely do things go as planned, especially with the Pacers. It seems like you'll take a couple steps forward and maybe three back at times in terms of where you're going to win. So, no, you can't hold your breath on next year, because the front office, they're still going to have to do some things. You're still going to need a starting caliber big man of some sort. You're still going to have to deal with Benedict Mathurin, and you're still going to have guys come back, and hopefully you can recapture those moments, Tony, that we saw in the postseason a year ago for the entirety of a year. So, no, you're 100% right. A gap year is just something we talk about right now because the expectations are right back up next year after being so far down, especially after the first month of the season this year. But, yeah, you can't be promised anything, and we know that around here after watching the football team, after watching what's taken place with the basketball team a number of times. You just are not promised anything. So I'm not holding my breath. We'll see.
Talking to JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana on 93.5, 107.5, The Fan. Let's take it to the NFL, where there's been a lot of head coach openings. These seem now to have been filled. And when you take a look at those openings, when you take a look at who has filled them, do you say to yourself, you know, if the Irsay daughters had not moved so quickly to give up everything again to Ballard and Steichen, maybe we could have done better? Is there a feeling that we missed out on opportunity because we decided we were going to be, quote unquote, loyal right off the start?
There's a feeling for me of disappointment because you didn't make a change, and a change that was necessary. Not maybe overwhelming changes or sweeping changes, if you will, but, you know, the fact you have a team like Buffalo deciding after they have hit much higher benchmarks than the Colts have that they needed to make a head coaching change. The part that doesn't disappoint me, Tony, is not that guys are landing everywhere else and there are some guys you would like to have. It's just the sitting back and letting this happen once again nature. And it compels me to think about this, whether A, you know what you're doing moving forward, Tony, or B, maybe you've got some situations that are financially motivated as to the reason why you're keeping things the way that they are. Those are two thoughts that are commonplace in my mind about a team that needed to do something and not just sit back and wait and cross your fingers and hope, as I just explained regarding the Pacers, hope that everything's going to go okay next year when the past 10 years they haven't.
Before I let you go, Drake May, quarterback for the Patriots, as you get ready for the big game. See what I did there? Not getting sued.
Yes.
Patriots
Well
and the Seahawks. Is he injured? Is he going to be ready to go?
Well, I think so. I think anybody that is going to be here's how I see this. I think this is going to be a Seattle defense versus the Patriots offense. But I think more importantly, the Patriots, if they're to win the Super Bowl, they're going to get there by virtue of what their head coach does. That's been my impression. They're a grinded out type of team. A lot of people would suggest they're here well before schedule, but when you're there, you got to make something happen. I don't necessarily think he is going to be a stratospheric star in general if they perform at a high level coming up on Sunday. But what I do believe is this team is capable of winning another Super Bowl because of the grinded out mentality, and that is led by their head coach, Mike Vrabel.
That is JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana. Everyone can catch him over there at the Fan starting at 3 p.m. JMV, thank you. Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. What's happening?
Hitting the brakes at Rural Street through the North Split down to Meridian on northbound 65, and that's because of a crash blocking the left lane. On the west side, northbound 465 before Washington Street, a stall blocking the right lane. And south side crash, westbound 465 at Man Road. The right lane is blocked. No delay there. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement waterproof and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now at indianafoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
21 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Guys and ladies, you made your New Year's resolution to get back in shape, but what happened? You don't see results and give up. If you want real results in 2026, go now to Synergen X and Low T Center for a free men's TRT test and $200 off the women's hormone test. Book now at getmyhealthfix.com. Get real about your health this new year with Synergen X and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and ladies take $200 off the women's hormone test.
Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Looking for the best? Synergen X and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with real providers, get real medication, and real results. People across Central Indy are going to Synergen X and Low T Center to change their lives. Walk in or book an appointment at getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com. Getmyhealthfix.com.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Helzberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Helzberg. Shop in store or at helzberg.com.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Gain insight on how to prepare for a secure retirement.
In our younger years, we want as much growth and accumulation as we can muster.
Take advantage of a free discovery call, 877-524-2677, 877-524-2677.
It's important for you to understand what that's going to look like later on.
And tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show with Will Gonzalez, Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
This hour is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Valentine's Gift Headquarters.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Ain't that the truth? Geared up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's in your four walls, you call Booher to get yourself a kitchen, a bathroom, a basement that is looking absolutely amazing, working for you, working for your family, creating value in your life, not just increasing the value of your home. It is much more than that. You want to be able to have a house that works for you, that's operating the way you need it to, that has the space you're looking for, the storage you're looking for, the conveniences you're looking for. You don't have to settle. You don't have to live without. You call Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. You talk to them and you realize these are the people, their 5-step process. That's how you know everything is going to work out. That design process starts with the initial consultation, and it is free. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Booher, that's the call for your kitchen, your basement, your bathroom. Talk to them today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. This is, I think the language on this is okay. This is San Francisco, California. Let's see if you can guess what this is.
Choose kindness! Choose kindness! Choose kindness! Choose kindness!
Can you guess what that sound is? Right? You know that there's some kind of chanting going on, and you know the voices are a little high-pitched. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Let's see.
Choose kindness! Choose kindness! Choose kindness!
I think what they're chanting is choose kindness. So you know there's some chanting, some higher pitched voices, and what they're saying is choose kindness.
Choose kindness! Choose kindness! Choose kindness!
This is a teacher in San Francisco teaching what looks like kindergarten students how to protest ICE. Holding signs that say we support immigrants, and they're making all sorts of great signs to bring. And there's a kid holding a sign that says we keep us safe, and then there's a little girl saying I don't know, we love something or other. This is just great, where the teachers are engaging in a political conversation using kindergartners as shields. And if you wonder why I say things like we should absolutely break the teachers' unions in two, well, there you go. These aren't teachers. These are anti-American zealots who aren't interested in education. They're interested in indoctrination. And if you trust your kids to them, you're going to suffer. These teachers have to be removed from the classroom. The unions have to be broken in two. Stop sending your kids to public school. I have been discussing what's going on with Carmel. And of course, now Noblesville, they're supposed to have a walkout against ICE today. This is allowed by school boards. This isn't education. This is indoctrination. And I don't expect my Carmel school board to understand anything, these virulent leftists that they are. Don't tell me you're not. Don't tell me you're nonpartisan. Look at what you allow. What walkout is acceptable among 16-year-olds? They can sign themselves out of school to participate and disrupt other students, and you're okay with this? That's disgusting. Don't you know that you're wrong? But no, you're so ideologically driven that you can't bring yourself to say, hey, as much as I may agree with you politically, we don't do that in schools. You're going to have to engage a protest outside of school hours and go right ahead. Maybe I'll even attend. But no, you won't stand up to the student. You want to be subordinate to the student. What kind of parent, what kind of adult does that? A terrible one. That's my answer. A terrible one. That's you, Wheeler. That's you, Shapiro. Terrible. Now we're seeing this in Noblesville. Where is Mayor Jensen to say that should not happen? Mayor Finkham should have said that should not happen. I would ask if that's what Mayor Fadness would say, but I very much doubt that that's what he would say. I would love to be wrong on that, though. I want to like him more than I've seen the results of him on the social side of things, specifically COVID. This is abusive. We shouldn't want abusive. We are nowhere near a real fix of our education system. The political left has had controlled education, and they failed on education. And your kids are not smarter, and they're not better citizens, never mind better Americans. It has to be ended. We have to take control. And if that means private schools and other things and breaking the teachers union and destroying their money, which is what this is all about, good. Let's start that. Let's stop wasting time. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. Matt Barris got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Crash coming out of the north split on northbound 65. Left lane blocked and traffic is slow all the way back to Emerson Avenue, and this is a 8-minute delay. Northbound 65 south side stop and go traffic after Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. South side westbound 465 of Man Road, crash blocking the right lane, slow to the White River. On the west side, northbound 465 before Washington Street, that's a stall blocking the right lane. Inbound 69 delayed 6 minutes, 106th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey. Join us as we usher in Super Bowl week. Don't miss all the hype, the headlines, and everything else you need to know leading up to the big game on 93 WIBC.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 3/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance, and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership. Enter Auto House Merkel. Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles using only OEM parts or equivalent at a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership. Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Shane. Since 1929, Shane Company has helped millions of customers find their dream engagement ring. I still hand-select every ruby and sapphire center stone, choosing each one for its unique color and life. We're proud to offer the widest selection of beautiful colored gemstones for your engagement ring and fine jewelry, because a friend wants you to have nothing but the best. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Attention CDL Class B drivers. Are you looking to work for a company that gets you a great starting wage, outstanding benefits, and a generous retirement plan? Irving Materials Incorporated is hiring. IMI is hosting a job fair February 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. and February 7th from 9 to 12 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn, 6930 Intech Boulevard, Indianapolis. If you're a CDL Class B driver, IMI wants to see you. Wednesday, February 4th and Saturday, February 7th. To learn more, visit driveimi.com. driveimi.com.
You've worked hard your whole life and demand the best in everything. Don't settle for tough, untraceable supermarket beef. Defiance Beef delivers farm-raised, hand-selected Angus-influenced beef. 100% traceable, custom cut exactly to your specifications for superior tenderness and rich flavor. From the farm to your door, no middleman, no compromises. Reserve your share today at DefianceBeef.com. Use code BEEF for free shipping on your first order at DefianceBeef.com. Defiance Beef, because you deserve nothing less.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A recovery effort and a court date. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis. It's up to 19 degrees. Today's high 30. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. The Fishers Police Department announced on Sunday that they have strong evidence to believe that 17-year-old Haley Busby is dead.
Unfortunately, this is tragic news for our community. Our detectives identified a suspect, 39-year-old Tyler Thomas of Ohio.
That's Fishers Police Chief Ed Gebhardt at a press conference. Thomas was arrested. The FBI met with him in jail on Sunday and took him for questioning as they continue searching for Haley's body. And Thomas is scheduled to appear in an Ohio courtroom today. So far, he has not been charged with her murder. President Trump says the Trump Kennedy Center in D.C. will shut down for renovations.
The president says the center will close this July 4th for 2 years to start construction on what he calls a new and spectacular entertainment complex. He says shutting it down instead of continuing performances during renovations would be the fastest way to finish, and that funding is already in place. There was a renovation and expansion completed in 2019, rooms President Trump has said nobody's going to use. There have been lower ticket sales and artist boycotts since the president took over the center's board a year ago and a vote in December to rename the Kennedy Center the Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts.
That's Fox's Chris Foster reporting. The federal government is in a partial shutdown this morning as House Speaker Mike Johnson says he is optimistic it could be resolved by tomorrow. He added he believes he has enough Republican votes to move forward with the process. The Senate approved a funding plan Friday. The House is now looking at it. Federal officials say they don't expect any additional charges in the Jeffrey Epstein case. After looking at newly released files, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche told CNN that the Justice Department examined the material in July and didn't find anything that would constitute new prosecutions. This just happened in rural Pennsylvania.
It is my job this February 2 to look to the skies and report back to you that there is a shadow here on my ground. 6 more weeks of winter abound.
So Punxsutawney Phil has spoken, kind of, and he calls for more winter. If you're tired of shivering outside, temperatures set to rise during your work week here in Indiana.
The state is turning a corner after that brutal sub-zero weekend by slowly and steadily climbing out of the deep freeze beginning Monday.
We're looking at the potential of seeing 30s for a couple of days this week, Monday, Tuesday, right around 30 Indianapolis area, a little bit warmer to the south.
Andrew White with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says to expect the warmest temperatures on Friday with highs in the mid-30s, but don't expect the snow on your lawn to melt until at least Valentine's Day. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC at 7:34. College basketball, 12th ranked Purdue hit 15 three-pointers and shot better than 50% from the field to beat Maryland 93-63 Sunday. Braden Smith scored 19 points, helping the Boilermakers snap a 3-game losing streak.
If I knew, I think we would try to stop it after game 1 that we lost. But I think it's tough. It's a long season. So I think just understanding that, and I think we got bored doing our job and doing what we needed to do to win. And then it led to 3 losses.
And Fletcher Lawyer scored 29 points. The Boilermakers host Oregon on Saturday. IU's basketball team is hot. They beat UCLA in double overtime on Saturday, 98-97. Forward Nick Dorn scored 26 points. And tomorrow they take on USC, looking for their 4th straight win.
Throughout the whole summer in practice, we've been taught to be resilient and just to fight through everything, keep fighting. The job's not finished. Obviously, we got to get the job done, and we came too far to let it slip away like that. So I feel like that's the biggest thing.
Tomorrow's game tips off at 10, and the Indiana Pacers play at home tonight against the Houston Rockets. Forward Pascal Siakam is an all-star, named Sunday as one of the 7 Eastern Conference reserves. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching this Monday morning, Matt Bear?
Yeah, check it out, the North Split, Ryan. It is a crash northbound 65 at Meridian coming out of the North Split. And the left lane is blocked. Traffic is slow back to Emerson Avenue, delay at 10 minutes. Northbound 65, south side, stop and go traffic, Keystone Avenue into the South Split. Inbound 69, delayed 9 minutes, 106th Street to 465. South side crash, westbound 465 at Mayon Road. The right lane is blocked, no delay at the moment. And then a stall northbound 465 on the west side. This is after Sam Jones Expressway, and it's blocking the right lane. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Garden Living Show. The Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindieshows.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Who doesn't love a good suburban indie show? Matt Bear loves a good suburban.
Oh, man, yeah, these are cool. These are fun.
The only thing he loves more? Trump 1 year and 1 month later, February 28th, Hyatt Regency downtown. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Matt Bear will be there.
I'm going.
I told you, Matt, I will suit you up. My guy is ready for you.
That's
just
very
show up.
nice.
There's a suit waiting for you.
That's very nice. I just need something very tight, extra small. We'll be good, man.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get it in a mesh.
Okay.
Low rise.
That's actually what I was trying to say without saying it. I went mesh, but I don't know if your guy can do that. So we'll ask.
No, my guy can do that.
Such a gem. Fine Taylor, he is.
The finest. It takes care of me. It's gonna take care of you. You want extra small mesh? Boom. You got extra small mesh. But it won't be mesh. But it could be extra small.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. Whatever it is.
No. We're just gonna suit you up. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Come meet Matt Bear and Tara Hastings and have a great time with me. WIBC.com. Get your tickets as well. Make that happen. 21 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:38.
Rain poured over the Carolina backcountry as Nathaniel Greene pushed his army north, one step ahead of an empire that refused to quit. WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by the WIBC Daily Newsletter. February 2nd, 1781. Chased by Cornwallis, Greene began a desperate retreat through the Carolinas. Outnumbered and short on food, he split his forces to confuse the enemy, turning retreat into strategy. His aim wasn't victory, but survival. Each mile bought time that would eventually lead to victory at Guilford Courthouse. Greene's retreat proved endurance itself could shape the war. The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Have the latest headlines and show content delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up at WIBC.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, Ugh. I mean, it's the only way I could describe it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you live streaming there at YouTube. You can go check it out for yourself. Just look for WIBC. During downtime, I'm clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, all sorts of stuff on the Marketplace. The whole segment presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. It's waiting for you. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get started. Matt Bear, we often talk about how you like to wear extra tight shirts. And sadly, with the new studios, we don't yet have the camera operating in your news booth so we can see you as we live stream. And that's been very upsetting for people.
Yeah. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody.
Right? And you've been wearing some of your tightest stuff.
This one's choking me, Tony.
Right.
I cannot breathe at all.
Right. I mean, we are just seconds away from you going shirtless in the office.
Yeah, man.
Right. And I believe the only reason you haven't yet, because if you go shirtless, then Nigel thinks he can go shirtless, and everything gets weird.
Yeah, we both die of hypothermia. It's a very cold building, Tony.
Right.
Yeah,
Can't have that.
Chilly.
Can't have that.
Well,
but what about your shoes? What about your feet? How do you believe you should be dressing your feet?
My toes are always cold. It doesn't matter. I think people should dress for the comfort of their toes because it is such a cold, chilly toe season. You know.
What about Uggs?
Yeah.
Would Uggs keep you warm?
Yeah. Uggs are good because they have the insulation inside. They have like the fur inside, so it's like 1,000 kitty cats just kind of cuddling up with your feet. It's kind of beautiful.
Right.
Thank you.
1,000 kitty cats.
Yeah.
Snuggling up with your feet. Someone is selling their Uggs. Used Uggs.
Oh.
Would you put your feet in used Uggs?
Yeah, I certainly would, man. I mean, after this, you can calm the heat down a little bit in the apartment. Yeah, I would definitely wear Uggs. Sure. Not to work.
Would you wear used Uggs without socks or only with socks?
With socks. I don't want my feet to ferment inside of the shoe.
Right.
And, get all that.
Right. You don't want your bare feet inside a luxurious feline-lined pool of other people's toe sweat.
No. That's okay. I'm sure whoever was wearing these shoes were very kind people with good hygiene, but I'm just not going to trust
Hey, Matt,
them.
you've seen other Facebook marketplaces where they have gross toes.
Yeah. There are amazingly no toes in this photo, but they're a size 8 toddler.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't wear that. But I was all excited. I thought maybe on the marketplace I could actually buy something for once. And no.
They're $15.
No. I mean, I have no use for them. I'll buy them for my imaginary kids. Here you go. We'll have a big tea party and a play date, and
When you say your imaginary kids, do you mean like kids you pretend that you have, or the kids that you have you don't pay any attention to?
It's got to be the kids I don't have because I don't think I have any kids. I don't have any of that. They're imaginary. I hold their hand like an imaginary person as we walk down the cultural trail together. It just makes me feel like family. I have family. They're just not real.
His mother's a car, after all.
Yeah, my mother.
Oh, wow. We did a throwback right there. So you would buy, not these, because these are for a toddler, you would buy used Uggs.
Yeah. Pardon my screeching there. Yes, I would. Absolutely. They keep the feet warm and they keep the heat down, and that's good for the pocketbook, Tony.
Wow.
You say, wow, what did I say wrong there? I thought that was very cerebral and a little.
The one time I was hoping for a standard did not come.
You did not come.
If it was just a regular pair of shoes, I could see it. The Uggs, no.
Why don't you like Uggs?
Once you own a pair of Uggs, they're yours for life. You have to be buried with them.
I see.
The only way to destroy a pair of Uggs, Viking funeral. Yeah, that's it.
It's the only way to do anything. I mean, I don't care if it's a 16th birthday party, Viking funeral,
Right. There should always be a Viking funeral and some kind of dirge playing in the background.
If you don't have a regiment of flaming arrows, it's not a celebration. I've been saying that for years.
No, it's not. Not in the slightest. That is accurate. Anyway, it's there on the marketplace. You can check it out for yourself, and you should. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You do need good shoes, though. Well, actually, you need good support in your shoes, and that's why you need the Good Feet store, because they know that foot pain is interrupting every part of your life, and they can help you get rid of it. So I'm using the system. So it's this 3-step system where you're basically resetting your arches. You know, you have 4 arches in your foot, which is super weird. People don't know that. And they have this system by which you are training your arches and therefore resetting how you position yourself. And you can actually feel it. It feels weird at first, your knees, your hips, your back, but then you start feeling amazing because everything is getting realigned. And yes, you do have to do some work. So there I am. I'm out for a few days. I'm at a conference, and I wore one of the inserts in the morning, and I came back and I switched them out and then wore a different set. It feels incredible. The pain dissipates, and what you find is that your posture is better, your strength is better, all because you're engaging this system. And Good Feet, these arch supports are made in the USA, 100% US origin materials. Go to a Good Feet store, talk to one of the Good Feet arch support specialists, and find out how this 3-step system will work for you. Talk to the people at Good Feet. Good Feet has 2 Indy area locations, at Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood, just off of 65. Online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
What's happening, Tony? Looking at a crash northbound 65 at Meridian. It blocks the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to Emerson Avenue at a delayed time of 9 minutes. Inbound 69 delayed 11 minutes from 106th Street to 465. Crash westbound 70 before Ronald Reagan Parkway in Hendricks County. A semi-cab off in the snow. It's stuck. South side westbound 465. Crash at Man Road. The right lane is blocked. We are slow past the White River. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Garden Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 21 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through 8th.
Shop over 200 exhibitors.
Tickets are only $7.
SuburbanIndyShows.com.
This Valentine's Day, give her that symbol of eternal and everlasting love. A diamond from Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. Remember, shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Oil lights never come on at a good time. You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 handle it. Drive in, stay in your car, and roll out in 10 minutes. No waiting room, no stress, just fast, friendly service. Visit Take5.com today to find your nearest shop.
When you have a fire emergency, you need a restoration company you can trust to put everything back together. Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I know, I've relied on Michaelis after a fire at my home. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Richard, what makes Michaelis the right call if you have a fire?
Michaelis is local and family owned. We are your neighbors, 39 years of experience, and we'll respond 24/7, 365. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified. We will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I've lived it. Michaelis was on the scene at my home before the firefighters had even rolled up their hoses. They asked me about calling a restoration company. I told them I had Michaelis. They told me Michaelis was the real deal. You help with insurance, too?
Yes, we'll work through the insurance process to give you peace of mind.
Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
Step into the spotlight with Dancing with the Stars. Catch the live show at Old National Center Wednesday, February 25th. Reserve your seats and tickets today at WIBC.com.
The spread of hatred and lies online is causing grave harm to our world. Misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech are fueling prejudice and violence.
That's Antonio Guterres. That is the guy who leads the United Nations. The United Nations is now saying that they are in imminent financial collapse, or they risk, I should say, imminent financial collapse, because people aren't paying their dues, including President Trump and the administration reducing its funding to some UN agencies and delaying or rejecting some mandatory contributions. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Good. That was Guterres back in 2024 saying that the world should be doing more to curtail speech. This is not an organization worthy of our time. And this does affect our life right here. When we watch what the UK is doing regarding social media and wanting to jail people and actually jailing people for things that they post, you understand that the UK is very serious about this to the extent that they are demanding that groups like Apple build them a back door to allow them access to people's phones. They want to track every iPhone that's in the UK. The problem is if this back door was built for them, they would be able to track every iPhone, period. So what happens when you're taking a trip to name the place? And it's an international trip, and you have a change at Heathrow, they know you're coming, and you can get arrested on the spot. And you say to me, Tony, that won't happen. I'll say to you, are you out of your mind? Of course that's going to happen. If that isn't already happening. The UN wants to be the world's policeman. And I wouldn't trust those Keystone cops to do anything. As a matter of fact, it's an insult to the Keystone cops how inept these people are. If you could actually define for me hate speech, I'd let you at least have the conversation. But since there is no such thing as hate speech, like there is no such thing as a hate crime, sorry, you're out. You know, these are arguments that I've been making for years. I'm making them here on the morning show, making them on the midday show, in my private life, in my public life. I'll be doing a couple of speaking events, not only what I'm doing on February 28th, Trump 1 year later. I'm doing a couple of Lincoln Day dinners, and I'm thrilled to be asked and can't wait to do it. If you want to reach out, Tony at TonyKatz.com. I will come speak at your event. We will work out all the details. These conversations matter, and they matter greatly, but there is no such thing as hate speech at all. There's no such thing as a hate crime. There can be a crime that you hate, but the motivation is not an acceptable, in my view, precursor for some more level of crime. The crime is the crime is the crime. And we should be people who address things properly. Because when you address them through certain windows, oh, it's only a crime if it happens to that group? It's not a crime if that group does it? Oh, okay. And I know this to be true because no one on the left is discussing what Don Lemon did in that church in St. Paul as a hate crime. They cheered it at the Grammys. They cheered it. I don't care if the UN gets their money. As a matter of fact, I don't want them to. I want to see the UN broken. We should start again. Because I do think organizations like this are worthwhile. Just not with these radicals in charge. Matt Baer has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
All right, Tony. Crash in the north split coming out of on northbound 65 at Meridian, left lane blocked, and traffic stop and go back to Emerson, a delay of 8 minutes. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Garden Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Baer at WIBC Traffic.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, so we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You know, you're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
Laura McNally, Director of Outreach for Cultivate Food Rescue, appreciates Applied Innovation's approach to her nonprofit.
Applied Innovation has been a great partner in helping us find the best resource available for our budget.
You refer to Applied Innovation as a partner, not just a vendor.
Because they aren't just trying to sell us something. They're really trying to understand what our needs are, and they appreciate that we're a nonprofit and are doing good in the community, and they want to help accentuate that, not just take our money and move on. It's not just about a sale.
Applied Innovation's culture has always supported nonprofits.
They really do support nonprofits. They allow their employees on the clock to come and volunteer. If it's not with Cultivate, they can choose their own organizations to volunteer with.
Nonprofit or for-profit, Applied Innovation has office technology from a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation. Fast, friendly, amazing.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaimed their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Devour Indy is on. Denny Smith here, and if you love cooking or eating as much as I do, you know great food means nonstop grease and other gross stuff in your drains. LD Smith Plumbing and Drains is a professional plumbing company without the drain gimmicks. They know the demands of kitchens, commercial or residential, and they'll keep your lines flowing. Call the experts at LD Smith Plumbing and Drains, 317-927-7186, ldsmithplumbing.com.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Jeff Saturday for Indiana Unclaimed.
Listen up.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Indiana Unclaimed might have found some of your money. And if you're like me, you had no idea. But I went and checked for my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Look, I found a Hall of Fame quarterback on that list and the foundation of a former punter. The state of Indiana is reuniting folks with $1 million per week. Your name may be on that list too. Go find it at IndianaUnclaimed.gov.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what the FBI is saying about a girl who disappeared from her Fishers home, what leaders in Speedway are asking people who live there to do, what kept Indianapolis police busy this morning, and what's happening downtown in just a couple of hours. After Fox News, from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
It's day 3 of the government shutdown. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, but it's only a partial one this time. And House Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox News Sunday it'll end soon.
We'll get all this done by Tuesday, I'm convinced. We do have to do it we have a rule process, which will be probably on our own.
Because Democrats are unwilling to help approve the Senate compromise that funds the government through September, except for Homeland Security. It would only get 2 weeks as Democrats demand immigration enforcement reform. And that anti-ICE sentiment was prominent at the Grammys on CBS last night.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
That was Billie Eilish after winning Song of the Year. Bad Bunny also got cheered, accepting Album of the Year's Grammy, declaring ICE out, we're not savages. President Trump called the Grammys the worst and virtually unwatchable in a Truth Social post that also threatened to sue the host, Trevor Noah, for a comment that the president visited Epstein Island. Referencing late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, the president called that wrong and defamatory. President Trump, who's also chairman of the board of the now Trump Kennedy Center, says it's going to close in July for a 2-year renovation.
There was a renovation and expansion completed in 2019, rooms President Trump has said nobody's going to use. There have been lower ticket sales and artist boycotts since the president took over the center's board a year ago and a vote in December to rename the Kennedy Center the Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts.
That's Fox's Chris Foster. There's still about 100,000 power outages in the South from the massive storm more than a week ago. While in North Carolina, they dig out from a weekend storm that dumped more than a foot of snow in some areas. So how much more of this are we going to get? They just asked a famous groundhog.
There is a shadow here on my ground. 6 more weeks of winter abound.
Punxsutawney Phil just predicted that at Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania, where it's 1 degree now. And on this Groundhog Day, there are also other less famous ones across the country that'll also forecast how much winter is left. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The police believe she's dead, but they still haven't located her body. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 18 degrees. We're going up to 30 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A missing girl from Fishers is now presumed dead. Here's John Herrick.
Haley Busby is 17 years old, and she was last seen on January 5th. Fishers Police Chief Ed Gebhardt said Sunday that they believe Busby met a 39-year-old man from Ohio named Tyler Thomas while gaming online.
We made contact with him in Ohio, and he admitted to picking Haley up at her home. He told us that he dropped her off on the side of the road in western Ohio.
Gebhardt says they searched both the Thomas home and a short-term rental property in Ohio, but they haven't been able to find Haley's body. They do say they have evidence to presume that she has died. Thomas has not been charged with murder, but he is facing other charges. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the FBI is working with Thomas to locate her body. Tyler Thomas will be in front of a judge this morning. Today at 10, Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett will swear in Tanya Terry as the new chief of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. Terry will make history as the city's first female chief. Leaders in the town of Speedway are asking people this morning to boil their water for now after several water main breaks yesterday. The first break happened in the afternoon near North Auburn Street by the old MCL cafeteria, and water spilled into the part of the shopping center. Crews contained it, started repairs, but then 2 more breaks happened, one nearby Auburn and another by West 21st. Because of the multiple breaks, the town put a boil advisory in place for everyone. 3 men were hurt in 2 separate shootings this morning in northwest Indianapolis. The first shooting happening right after 1 o'clock. Somebody fired into a home near West 30th Street and Georgetown Road, injuring a man. About a half hour later, 2 more people were shot near West 36 and North Allison Avenue. Police say they are not connected. Indiana starting to warm up a little bit after this weekend's sub-zero temperatures, with gradual temperature increases starting today.
We're looking at the potential of seeing 30s for a couple of days this week, Monday, Tuesday, right around 30 Indianapolis area, a little bit warmer to the south.
Andrew White, a forecaster at the National Weather Service Indianapolis, says highs could reach the mid-30s by Friday. In college basketball, Purdue snapped its 3-game losing streak with a road win over Maryland, 93-63 Sunday. After the game, head coach Matt Painter talked about the team's response and what he liked from the performance.
Have 4 fewer turnovers and 11 more rebounds. You got 15 more possessions than them right there. Like, you're going to have an advantage. And then you go 15 for 30 from 3. Like that in itself is a win, right?
Senior Fletcher Lawyer scored 29 points, and Purdue returns home on Saturday to play Oregon. IU looks for its 4th win in a row. They're staying in L.A. until tomorrow when they play the USC Trojans at 10 o'clock. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt Bear?
Well, Ron, crash clear on the north split, northbound 65 at Meridian. That is gone. We're still stop and go Emerson Avenue past Rural Street. On the south side, crash southbound 65 before Southport Road. This is Edgewood Avenue. 2 left lanes are closed, and traffic is backed up to 465. Out by the airport, westbound 70 approaching Ronald Reagan Parkway. It's a crash blocking the right lane. A semi-cab stuck in the snow. Inbound 69. Delayed 10 minutes, 106th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's cold out, but Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is heating things up with hot deals. Visit Great Lakes Honda of Fishers and fall in love with a new vehicle. Shop online at GreatLakesHondaFishers.com and come in for a test drive. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. We have a little bit of some light snow shower activity in eastern Indiana. Otherwise, lots of clouds in place, but much warmer than what we were 24 hours ago. Today we'll reach a high of 30 under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight we'll fall to 20 degrees. And then heading into your Tuesday, especially in the morning, we could see some snow showers early on that may slicken up the roadways, so give yourself some extra time tomorrow morning. We'll look for high temperatures near 30 on Tuesday, and then a cold start Wednesday with a low of 8 and a high only of 23.
This has to come to an end. It's madness.
One would think so.
One would think so. The difference is you are the one who is supposed to know so.
Well, we have 6 more weeks of winter.
Yes, did you see this stupid groundhog?
Yes.
This groundhog who, by the way, according to sources, anti-Semitic, said, I saw the shadow, so 6 more weeks of winter, and also blank you and your meemaw. That's what this groundhog said, this little rodent.
Why do you gotta get the meemaw involved in there?
Don't ask me, ask Punxsutawney Phil.
Rude.
Bigoted and wrong, and I'm not gonna lie. Not kind.
Not kind.
We're gonna go with not kind right there. Is what I'm gonna go with. This
what
winter
meanie
has.
Pants.
What was that?
I said, what a meanie pants.
I got that, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I don't even know if I can wait on that. I'm gonna need immediately. Right there. Right. That's going next to this. Buckle up, baby. Oh, it's in the wrong spot. Let me try it again.
Buckle up, baby.
It's going with that. It's going with this.
Get off my lawn.
And then of course.
Pump the brakes. Go.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Get it in. Get it in. All right, I got to run. Tara
Okay,
Hastings,
bye.
I'll see you February 28th. Trump 1 year, 1 month later, the bourbon, the food, the good times, tickets.tonykatz.com. Get your tickets right now. Tara, thank you. We have got ourselves 21 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:09.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Lickety split.
I will be digging into the pick of Kevin Warsh to lead the Federal Reserve. This was the pick of Dr. Matt Will, economist at the University of Indianapolis. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. This idea of bringing down the balance sheet and how this might affect the markets. This would be the person to replace Jerome Powell. And of course, over the weekend, and I'll dig into this as well, we saw a drop in silver and a drop in gold. A large one. Does that mean that there are no more inflation fears? It could mean a whole bunch of things. We will get into that as well. This pick of Warsh is certainly a big deal. And it's Warsh. I'm not pronouncing Washington wrong. W-A-R-S-H is his name. Kevin Warsh is the nominee from Trump to be the chair of the Federal Reserve. And that would be in May, needs to get Senate approval to do that. And of course, the political left cannot help themselves but continue to go after Immigrations and Customs Enforcement.
No, these guys, from what we've seen, the training seems questionable. I mean, it seems...
What training? I don't think there is training. I think they can get it out of a cracker box. I have to say, it just looks like they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, they're brandishing weapons at people at the wrong time. They're stepping in front of cars. They're all clustered together over the two killings that we saw in Minneapolis. I mean, Minneapolis PD, NYPD, any PD would have had the victim in these two cases, but down on the ground, the situation de-escalated in 3 seconds. These guys look like a bunch of bumbling idiots.
That's Mika Brzezinski and the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul. Experts in law enforcement that they are, deciding what ICE looks like. It has nothing to do with the violent people attacking ICE. It all has to do with ICE itself. If you're telling me that there is a system that ICE should be following that they aren't, well, let's change the system. Let's enforce the system. If you're telling me that the training is suspect, Kathy Hochul, the governor, saying, their training comes out of a cracker box, which I think she meant Cracker Jack, but let us be the people of grace here. Well, then let's put more money to their training. But if you're not going to address the other side of this, well, then you're an unserious person, to which they are unserious people. And speaking of unserious people, they had the Grammys last night. Oh, don't worry. We're going to discuss Billie Eilish, this absolutely ridiculous little girl. Oh, if you think that's insulting, well, let's listen to what she said. Because what she said is, all insults are on the table. Everything is up for grabs. If you're insulted by what I said, and you're not insulted by what she said, well, that is something for other people to have to consider in their lives. I'm going to get into it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
What a meanie pants.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration.
Cholesterol, in our opinion, is a big indicator of cardiovascular disease. Absolutely. However, it doesn't cause it. So that's our prevailing theory. If you actually look at the results of all this time, the statins, it's a $25 billion industry, and of course, there's an awful lot of money behind it. With that amount of treatment, you would think that we would see a decrease in the number of cardiovascular incidents. It's still the number one killer. There's something wrong with the philosophy of our model right now. We should have a decrease in the number of cardiovascular deaths, and we don't. That's because it's a wrong theory.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Yeah, Tony, check it out. Southbound 65 on the south side. Crash before Southport Road. This is at Edgewood Avenue, blocking 2 left lanes and stopping traffic back to 465. Also on the south side, northbound 65 stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split. A crash by the airport. It's westbound 70 exiting to Ronald Reagan Parkway. It's on the right lane. In fact, we do have a semi stuck in the snow and another car in the Gore Point right now, partially blocking the entrance ramp as well. So please be careful around 70 and Ronald Reagan. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Garden Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 22 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
What say we start that new year with a new car at Tom Roush Lincoln? Hurry in for the 8-9-10 deal. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? The 8-9-10 deal right now at Tom Roush Lincoln. Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
This hour is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No. Yeah.
Don Lemon got arrested. Good. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. He wasn't a journalist when he walked into that church. According to the indictment, blocked people from being able to move around the church, was engaged in intimidation and harassment, and had the audacity to tell the pastor, well, it's just free speech. That's all we're doing here. He was involved in the planning. His own videos, to my mind, show that. And when a judge in Minneapolis refused to engage charges, that magistrate judge refused to sign off, a grand jury said yes. Oh, the Trump administration is attacking journalists. No. Don Lemon is not a journalist. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Now, for the sake of clarity, I always remind people that I'm not a journalist. I do commentary. There are times where I do break news. You could argue that I'm a member of the media. Anybody with a phone is a member of the media. But I would never say that I'm a journalist. I think it should still mean something. Now, J schools don't care about its meaning. Journalism schools don't actually care about journalism. They care about how they can engage a narrative and only the narrative, and everything else should be silenced. Don Lemon was not a journalist when he coordinated with this group to interrupt church services in violation of the FACE Act when he was engaged in intimidation and harassment, as the indictment discusses, blocking people from being able to engage movement. That's not a journalist. He isn't protected. He shouldn't be protected. He got charged. Good. And then he shows up to the Grammys. Remember, he got arrested in Los Angeles because he was covering the Grammys. And he comes back and he walks into the room, maybe it was last night when the Grammys took place, and he gets people standing up to applaud him. What are you applauding? To the Hollywood elite there, it's okay to disrupt church services? You understand these people are terrible people. It's not that they have a different politics than me. Anybody can have a different politics than me. That's fine. These are terrible people who think that Christians should have church services disrupted. Don Lemon going to a mosque and disrupting services would have gotten a different response. Also, Don Lemon in a mosque would have gotten very hurt. We all understand this. We all understand exactly what happened here and what is happening here. Also at the Grammys was Billie Eilish. This child, and I shouldn't call her a child. She's an adult, but her theories and her philosophies are childlike. She's not bright. She doesn't deserve your respect. Having an opinion is one thing, but this is downright dumb, and we should call it what it is. But it's worse than that, because she is making an argument that she is not willing to stand up for. Now, I have it edited here. So just finger on the dump button just in case, producer Carl. Let's listen to the singer Billie Eilish.
I love you so much. I feel so honored every time I get to be in this room. And as grateful as I feel, I honestly don't feel like I need to say anything, but that no one is illegal on stolen land.
Ah, yes. Yes. Stolen land. No one is illegal on stolen land. So upset about the stolen land that she sits there at the Grammys year after year after year and accepts awards on stolen land. Very upset about the stolen land, but I will bet you any amount of money that she went to the after party on stolen land. This is just things that they say. There's no basis behind this. If we go through the history of the world, it used to belong to one, and then it belonged to another, and then it belonged to no one, and then people came and did this, and they fought about that. It's all stolen if you want to play that game, or you can grow up. That none of that is real. Not a single ounce of it. This is the way it is. The United States is here, and it's not going back to anybody. Your conversation about stolen land, where you continue to profit, is just garbage claptrap. It's what you say so people say, oh, look how good she is. But you don't do anything about it. You're thrilled with it. Look what it's done for you. From a historical basis, it's all just silliness. From a leftist basis, it's all just silliness. At no moment can you cede that America is good. That's her argument, and it continues.
And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And I say sorry.
And that's where she says blank ice.
Thank you so much. I can't believe this.
It starts with the letter F. Blank ice. So we are all living on stolen land, and ICE shouldn't exist, and you don't have to get rid of people in the country illegally, which I take, as many others take, as her houses are open for you to hang out in. Just walk right in. Now, you'll probably get arrested because I do believe in personal property rights, but she doesn't. And that's more of the conversation. This is not intellect. She's a dumb child. Why don't we say so? Except she's a grown-up. She's a dumb grown-up. She's a dumb woman engaged in an absolutely dumb conversation. And she is joined by a lot of dumb men engaged in the same dumb conversation. This is pseudo-intellectualism. Everything everybody else wants is illegal and wrong, and no one's illegal and all the rest. But me, I have private security. I have a $6 million mansion on the beaches in Malibu, and I would have you arrested if you got near it. Who are these people? And they all go to the Grammys and they applaud this stuff. So we still have a serious cultural fight ahead of us. Now, there were some people at the Grammys who wouldn't take part in this, who wouldn't engage in this. Some people were shooting videos. No, I love ICE. This is all wrong and all ridiculous. To shoot a video about it is one thing. You got to stand up and shout her down. You got to go full Kanye and go to the mic and say, I'm going to let you finish, but ICE is fine. People are here illegally, and screw y'all who don't like cops and still want their protection. Y'all hate the law, but you absolutely want to prosecute anybody who samples your music without permission. You lying fraud BS artists. You're not musicians, you're BS artists. And then sit down. That would have done something. Oh, I use Billie Eilish's music without her permission? Oh, she'd come after me. The lawyers would come after me, the whole thing. People come into the country illegally? Stolen land. No, there's nobody illegal. You got to really pay attention to what your kids are doing. You got to have these conversations with them. You can't let these people be in charge. Let her sing, let her make music, all the rest, but I'm allowed to say out loud, not smart. Billie Eilish is not bright. It's a stupid argument made, and she sounds like a child when she makes it. And she's not a child. I don't know what moment she grows up, but man, it should come quick. And when people do show up at her house, and I don't think they should, by the way, because they will, I can't stop them, and she has them arrested, I wonder what she'll say then. Don't show up at her house. Matt Barrett's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southbound 65 on the south side. Crash at Edgewood Avenue. That's before Southport Road. 2 left lanes are blocked. Traffic jammed. Back to 465. Out by the airport, westbound 70 between the airport collector ramp and Ronald Reagan Parkway. That's a crash blocking the right lane. Inbound 69 delayed 6 minutes. 106 to 465. And a stall on the exit ramp. This is the southeast side. Eastbound 74 at 465. Traffic sponsored by Aleve. Traffic and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey. Join us as we usher in Super Bowl week. Don't miss all the hype, the headlines, and everything else you need to know leading up to the big game on 93 WIBC.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hey guys, it's Rob for We Grow Hair Indy. You know, when it comes to restoring your hair and your confidence, picking the right team makes all the difference. At We Grow Hair Indy, some of the biggest names in sports, radio, and entertainment Trust them with their hair restoration. 5 years ago, I made the choice to head over to We Grow Hair Indy, and every time I look in the mirror, so glad I did. Call today to schedule your free consultation, 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. WeGrowHairIndy.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yep.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis is everything that's right about Central Indiana. They've been locally family-owned for 50 years, helping our local economy remain strong by employing 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis is proud to do business right here in the great state of Indiana. They're a conservative-minded company that shares our values and stands by their products and services. You can call Garage Doors of Indianapolis today for service today. 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
My brother never checks on Dad, or my sister won't make time to take Mom to the doctor. Are these things you've heard yourself say? This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. I have a caregiving tip for you. Stay tuned.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Expressing anger or resentment toward unsupportive siblings can cause unmendable rifts in relationships. Don't try to control everyone else. You can only control yourself. The success of your caregiving journey does not rest on others. So enjoy the time with your loved one. This is your special time with them. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access a library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What police believe happened to a girl from Fishers. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 18 degrees. We're going up to 30 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. Police believe that 17-year-old Haley Busby of Fishers is dead. She was reported missing in early January. FBI Special Agent in charge Timothy O'Malley of Indianapolis says they're one of several agencies investigating this.
Things that we've been doing since we became involved was offering technical assistance, investigative work, analytical work.
And he says they're trying to find her body right now. A man from Ohio named Tyler Thomas is accused of being involved in her disappearance after first talking to her when the two met online gaming. The government is partially shut down this morning. Democrats blocked Homeland Security funding to protest Alex Preddy's death, and 5 Republicans, including Ron Johnson, a senator from Wisconsin, opposed the bill, saying the shutdown could be avoided if Democrats supported stricter immigration policies.
I wish the Democrats would be as upset about the deaths of Laken Riley and Rachel Morin and the many others who've been victimized by crimes committed by illegal immigrants.
The House hasn't voted yet, but Speaker Mike Johnson expects it to pass. The bill would fund Homeland Security for just 2 weeks. The mother of today's show co-host Savannah Guthrie is reported missing in Arizona.
Nancy Guthrie, 84 years old, was last seen at her home in Catalina Foothills, Arizona, just outside Tucson, Saturday night. A relative reported her missing around noon the next day. The Pima County Sheriff says Guthrie's of sound mind but not good physical health that leaves her with limited mobility. He says homicide detectives have been called in due to what he calls a concerning scene at the home, sharing no specifics. NBC's Today's Show shared a statement from Savannah Guthrie saying, "On behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for the thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom."
That's Fox's Chris Foster reporting. Early this morning, 3 people were hurt in separate shootings in northwest Indianapolis. The first shooting happened right after 1 o'clock. Somebody opened fire inside a home in a neighborhood near West 30th and Georgetown Road, injuring a man. About a half hour later, 2 more people were shot in a home near West 36 and North Allison Avenue. Police say in that case, somebody from outside the home fired into it. A water main break Sunday night in Speedway has led to a boil water advisory. The break happening near North Auburn Street and West 21st Street in the old MCL cafeteria area caused some flooding. Repairs are underway. And Indiana is starting to warm up after this weekend's sub-zero temperatures, with gradual temperature increases starting today.
We're looking at the potential of seeing 30s for a couple of days this week, Monday, Tuesday, right around 30 Indianapolis area, a little bit warmer to the south.
That's forecaster Andrew White at the National Weather Service. He says you could expect a light snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. And sports on WIBC at 8:34. 12th ranked Purdue ended a 3-game losing streak with a 93-63 win at Maryland yesterday. Boilermakers shot well, led by senior guard Fletcher Lawyer, who scored 29 points, including 7 3-pointers for head coach Matt Painter.
When you shoot well, it helps you in other areas of the game. Like, now you got to be able to grind it when the ball doesn't go in, and we just got to be better in that area. Have to be able to kind of push through, some tough stretches.
Purdue was ranked 4th a couple of weeks ago before dropping back-to-back games against UCLA, Illinois, and IU. The Boilermakers play Oregon on Saturday. IU looks for its 4th straight win tomorrow when they take on USC in Los Angeles. The Hoosiers beat UCLA in double overtime on Saturday. And the Indiana Pacers are back at home tonight, trying for their 3rd straight win. Forward Pascal Siakam earning his 4th career All-Star nod and his 2nd in a row. Named Sunday as one of the 7 Eastern Conference reserves. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Looking in Plainfield, crash westbound 70 approaching Ronald Reagan Parkway. South side, southbound 65 at Edgewood Avenue or before Southport Road. That is a crash blocking the left lane. We're jammed up back to 465. Also south side, crash westbound at 465 at US 31. The left lane is blocked. Stop and go traffic back to Keystone Avenue for a 6-minute delay. Looking at westbound 70, slows after rural through the north split out to Meridian. Southbound 69's cooled off a little bit, still slow after 106 to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Garden Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
23 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through 8th.
Shop over 200 exhibitors.
Tickets are only $7.
SuburbanIndyShows.com.
Guys and ladies, you made New Year's resolutions to get back in shape. Want real results in 2026?
Go to Centergen X and Low T Center for a free men's TRT test and $200 off the women's hormone test. GetMyHealthFix.com.
Weekday mornings at 7:15, the Tony Katz Popcorn Moment. Brought to you by Boer Remodeling. Don't wait any longer for the kitchen you've been dreaming of. Request a consultation at BoerRemodeling.com.
Are you still thinking about what to get her this Valentine's Day? Make that moment last forever and surprise her with a gift from Pierce Jewelers. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. The Dow futures are down 43. The NASDAQ futures are down 179. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be here. Great to be with you. Good to be back in the chair. Look forward to seeing you all February 28th. Trump 1 year and 1 month later. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Thanks to Premier Arms and PA Jewelers. Chimney Solutions Indiana. Defiance Beef. Great assist from Drake's Laser Engraving. A lot of good people being a part of this event. Disney beat Wall Street expectations because people are still streaming. So all the argument of, I'm dropping Disney, I'm not going to watch those shows, that didn't happen. Did not live long, did that boycott. Oil prices down a little bit, $61.77 on the West Texas crude, $65.84 on the Brent crude, but these are down a bunch compared to where they were at the end of last week. Still, we're above $60 on the West Texas crude. But it does show that there are things that are being engaged. Specifically, we take a look at Iran, and we take a look at Venezuela, and we take a look at China. If there's really a thought that there's going to be some level of war action against Iran to remove the Ayatollah, it does move things in a higher direction. Iran, of course, is saber-rattling. And I don't think we've gotten a real clear or concrete answer to the question of whether or not the United States would make a move to remove him. What does that look like? How does that work? Meanwhile, the 10-year Treasury is at 4.238, not a place anybody wants it. And here's the big one. Gold down to $46.96, $4,696 an ounce. Silver down to $80. You understand that silver was in the 1-teens just days ago. I think silver did silver hit silver hit 121. I don't know what day that was. It was last week. It was January 26th. Silver hit 121 and then went on a tear downward. Now at 80. 80, by the way, is so high I can't even believe it. But then it started hitting 90 and 100. You're like, what is happening? 116, this is nuts. Hit 121. Now down. Does that mean that we don't have any more inflation to concern ourselves with? Because the precious metals would be a hedge against inflation. And we take a look at gold prices, and we realize that gold had spiked massively. And gold at one moment did it hit 5,600? Where was the high on gold? Yeah, 5,602 on the 26th, and is now at 46. That's dropping 1,000. And people had posted, oh my gosh, the gold markets have taken trillions of dollars out of the economy. It's not, no, whoa. Let's not get hysterical. The number was insanely high. The number came down. People could have said, you know what? That's enough for me. There's some profit there. I think I'm going to take it now. On both things. Nothing has signaled to me. And take my word or don't take my word, ask your professional. Always ask your professional. That everyone thinks, you know what? The inflation's under control and this economy is just fine. I don't think that's what's happening here. I won't be surprised if this gets back up to a 5,000 gold and $100 silver. But even at this number, it's still really high. There's still a hedge against inflation going on. That's still happening. But I will go back to this Disney story. Because not only did streaming rise, theme parks. So you're telling me that this economy is not in a good place, but people can still afford to go to Disneyland and Disney World? I'm missing something, right? What does this tell us? We will try and break that down on Tony Katz today at noon. I will catch you then. Much more show to get to. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC. Good morning.
Disappear and effort has to show up every night.
It's been a rough couple weeks for us, but this group will keep fighting, keep learning, and get back on track.
The Big Ten is stacked, and postseason hopes are at stake.
Confidence is one of those things, like you drop a couple, and then you got to figure out a way to put it away fast. There's another one coming right in front of you.
IU meets USC, Tuesday at 10, on the home of the Hoosiers, 93 WIBC.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify. Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaim their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Tony, check it out the south side. Southbound 65 at Edgewood Avenue crash. 2 left lanes blocked. And traffic stop back to 465. Also crash. South side westbound 465 at 31. The left lane is blocked. Traffic stop and go. Back to the I-65 interchange for a 10-minute delay. Northbound 65 slow from Raymond into the south split because of construction. Eastbound 74 to 465. A stall on the exit ramp, and westbound 70 stop and go traffic through the north split out to northbound 65. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Garden Outdoor Living Show. The Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show returns to Grand Park February 6th through the 8th, featuring over 200 amazing exhibitors. Tickets are just $7 at suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 23 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Get inspired at the Suburban Indy Home and Garden Living Show on Saturday. Discover hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, plus local artisan shopping. Tickets are just $7 online, and parking is free at Grand Park. Visit suburbanindyshows.com.
It's Redemption Monday!
Time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Now, I'm able to utilize the chat room, live streaming there as we are on YouTube. You should get in and be a part of that. I can also phone a friend and check with Matt Baer. Now, this is Redemption Monday, which means this is a television theme song I have missed in the past, and it is my chance to redeem myself and say, okay, I know what this is. But always, you never know if you're 100% correct. I think it's good to phone a friend, so I'll do that. Right? Let's start from the beginning. Start from the beginning, Producer Carl.
It's
right?
Redemption Monday!
Matt Baer, what is that television theme song?
That's Alias, Tony.
I like it. I like it. I like it. This one I do remember because I got it wrong. This is Love Connection.
You've been redeemed.
There it is. Love Connection. The story of a guy and a girl who go out on a date, and then instead of keeping their intimates to themselves, they share it with the world so we know who exactly is the biggest skank out there. Love Connection. Don't forget to get your shots. Love Connection. By the way, don't forget to get your shots is actually Matt Baer's name on Tinder. Tinder. Matt. No, you would have been better off with the silence. Or seriously, you're very bad at this, producer Carl. You just gotta leave it out there. You just gotta let it sit, marinate in its own juices. That's what you gotta do. Right? Don't save me from myself. If there's gonna be an awkward silence, I accept. I am down with it. On Tony Katz today at noon, we will go over some of this Disney news and what this means for the economy. Will we see moves against Iran? And of course, if you're going to lose state elections in Texas, are Republicans even prepared to think about winning a midterm? We will get in to all of it. I would share with you the madness of social media, but nah. Just an angry, bitter, sad place that isn't real. So do not be a part of it. We'll get more into the Billie Eilish thing. Tony, why are you talking about Billie Eilish? I thought she's just a child and celebrities don't matter. I think that we have a serious issue when you see what the celebrity class of pseudo-intellectuals does and how this applies to what's happening in schools where teachers are teaching kindergartners how to engage in protest. It's gross. It's using children as a shield. We should be firing these teachers all over the place. And that leads us to our own schools. What we see, someone told me it's happening in Brownsburg, this walkout. Oh, we're opposed to ICE, so we're going to walk out. If a high school student is opposed to ICE, you can do things on your own time, but school is for school. You don't get to do it during school. And if the administration allows it, we have to ask ourselves, what's the point of the administration? If teachers are supporting this and teaching kids as young as kindergarten how to engage these protests, they don't know what they're protesting. It's abusive. And if school boards won't say stop it, we got to replace the school boards. Now, I believe this is what has to happen in Carmel. There was a very interesting story about how no one can actually make the assumption that the Carmel School Board isn't partisan. This was from You Are Current, how an ethics expert says the entire Carmel School Board had conflict of interest in the vacant seat vote, where they put on another leftist. And they say, well, a group called Support CCS is nonpartisan. Of course it's partisan. There's a group out there called Recenter Indiana. It's led by Jocelyn Vare. She's a virulent leftist. It's not about being a centrist. It's not about being nonpartisan. These are absolute progressives who think they can utilize a name and lie to people, mostly liberal white women, and get them on their side. The school board in Carmel is absolutely screwed. Of course they had a conflict of interest when they brought in Jennifer Cashin. There's not a debate in anybody's mind. But the political right of Carmel thinks it's somehow, oh, it's Carmel, it's conservative, it's fine. It's not. The left has been at it for years. For years. You don't know that you're losing this fight? Carmel High School allows a walkout? Doesn't say to the students, well, we don't do that. You can have your own thing after school. You actually sit with the organizer that you're negotiating with a 16-year-old? Don't you know that that's the 16-year-old has done nothing wrong. It's your job to say, we don't do that during school time. And now Noblesville's going to do it? Where's Mayor Finkham and where's Mayor Jensen to say we don't do that here? Not during school hours. You don't get to disrupt other students. You don't get to create a problem, which is, by the way, a problem of endangering these students. No, not at all. You go after school. Do what you will. We're not going to stand up to this? The school board doesn't know how wrong this is? In Carmel, they don't know how wrong this is? Christina Wheeler, John Shapiro, Kristen Coca? You're wrong. Now, who leads the effort to defeat these school board members, these clearly progressive school board members who don't have the students' best interest in play at heart? And that's a question that Brownsburg needs to ask, and Noblesville needs to ask, and your town needs to ask. So when you see these things from a Billie Eilish and you understand culturally how these things play out, look how it's now being supported in the schools. And thus we have to mention it, thus we have to discuss it, thus we have to engage in it, and thus they have to lose. I put forth to you that I don't think Christina Wheeler, and I was there when she was at the debate for the position, I don't think she should be allowed near kids. Lead the direction of children? I didn't think she was in any way emotionally stable enough to do it. That was my take watching her on the stage there at the Palladium. And now watching what has happened with this walkout, I wouldn't allow any of these members. Greg Brown might disagree with me. You got to ask yourself whether you want it where you live. You have to be on top of it. And this is for the Republican Party. Stop telling me about your supermajorities. Oh, and to the lieutenant governor, would you stop it with the podcast? Are you a podcaster or are you an LG? Why don't you pick one and then act like it? Because you don't engage any leadership. Stop telling me he's a good guy. He's not a good guy. He's terrible at this. There is no leadership within the Republican Party to go out and make these things happen on this local level where it is happening to the detriment of students. You can engage protest, just not during school hours. But these leftists believe during school hours. You think they should be near kids? I don't. I'll debate it with anyone, anytime. I'll catch you guys at noon. It's good to be back. Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, Tony, southbound 65, crash at Edgewood Avenue.